All right, same as ever. We're going to be doing the 100% chapter 3 for Egg Hunt 2026. We're going to go ahead and do the story first, which will have some eggs in between and maybe some golden eggs. I mean, there's obviously going to be golden eggs that we can't skip or get it by accident, but if I can't skip it, then the odds of you skipping it is pretty low. So if there is not a full golden eggs in the end or the timestamped time of the video, then well, we picked it up already, so that's how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and start off the story, then the other special eggs, golden eggs, and then the crystal bones at the end. Everything should be timestamped. You can follow along and all that good stuff. So this is chapter 3, Creepy Castle. We're gonna be doing the beginning of this start. So we have to go ahead and open up the gate. So we have to go ahead and pick up 2 logs from this area over here, right? And then or firewood, and then we're gonna go ahead and just drop it in the spot over here, of course. And then once done, you can go ahead and they give you a drink, which you need to go to this NPC over here and give it to them. I think you have to do this. I'm not entirely sure. I always thought you did. Maybe you don't, but it gives you an egg, which obviously we get that later. But then I think you're supposed to talk to this NPC first, the one in the middle here, which I think this is the story one. I don't know. I did both of them. It makes no difference. I mean, still, it's one has it gives a golden egg, one doesn't. So you go to the blacksmith to get the pickaxe for this NPC here. And then you bring it back to the other NPC. Like so. And then do the dialogue here. I'll skip this. After that, you talk to Jacob, and then this is going to progress the story here for the rest of the storyline. So gate opens up. Now we can head over to the graveyard. A Tale of Two Brothers. So we're going to go ahead and follow the path here. For the most part. Nothing too complicated in this part here. And then we're going to get our third tool, which is going to be the lantern. Like so, you get a cutscene. So lantern, the way it works, you pick up the fire from one of the braziers, and sometimes different fires have different mechanics with it. Color coded, I guess, and then you have to replace them and yada yada yada. Most of the time, you open up doors, you're revealing hidden platforms, all that simple stuff. All right. Use a hammer to break down this here. More dialogue. And then we progress to the next area. We get the blue fire and just jump across. There's an egg there. We'll get that later, of course. You can get it now if you want. And then we're going to go up the pickaxe. Or we'll open a door, I guess. Seems pretty important. And then we go up. And now we'll be heading and get this freebie egg over here. So this egg is free from the story. This is the blooming courtyard egg. And now we're going to progress like normal. So what we'll be doing here is we're going to get the, I think we're going to grab the painting. So there's a door to the right over here. It's just nice to have. So there's a these paintings here are like a fast travel because the castle is very linear in terms of progression, and puzzles are session based. So if you leave the server, things won't be completed. You have to redo them. So having these paintings around the map will allow you to fast travel and skip those parts basically. So you skip all that stuff. So we're gonna get the orange flame here to get the path. So first you gotta go put it inside this, and then you up this here. And then you get the green flame like so. Make sure you actually grab it. And then for the blue flame, you head over here with the waterfall. And then you light the two ones on the left and the right, like so, and then it opens up the door, and then you couldn't avoid this egg, whatever. You hit this, and then it opens up the waterfall, which lets you leave with the blue fire, of course. Then we get the purple flame, which is going to be up here with the pickaxe on the vine wooden board. Get the painting just so you get the fast travel option, because why not? It's very useful to have. And then we're going to go ahead and use the pickaxe on these bookshelves. You can cling onto them, or you can step on them if you want to, either or. Obviously, the intended way is to just do the pickaxe, but you can also stand on them. Another egg, put an egg up there, whatever. So the purple flame, it'll spawn the bridge. Then you just jump down, and then you light the thing, and then you go to the next area. The gate opens up. Go up the logs, and then we have the next puzzle area. Very simple, of course. You're gonna go ahead and get a checkpoint. Use your hammer on this box over here. Then you head up here to this lantern. Get the green fire. Then put the fire at the fuse here. Then the cannon will bring down the dominoes. Then you're gonna go ahead and get the fire here, and then put it down here. Jump down, and then hammer the force fields. And then this is pretty much the end of the story for this one. So in this area, we have a freebie egg, which is the one in the lab here. And then you use the whistle, hold down the whistle to break the crystal to get the shard. Like so. And then the next area, you go ahead and you just do this little, not even a race. You can't, no matter what, you just gotta finish it. You don't really beat the mayor, I guess. At this point, you just keep going, and that's it. About like a 10-minute, 11-minute story. If you go, well, I'm showing you exactly what to do, which is pretty easy to follow. And that's pretty much it. You just go back to the town, and then it just has a cutscene. You could put the shard away in the train if you want, and that's it. You're good to go. Yeah, you go back to the beginning, and then you can get this cutscene here, and then that's it. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the other eggs for the air for this. Okay, so from here at spawn, we're gonna get the first egg, which is going to be the bunny head egg, whatever it's called. I don't remember. Pretty simple to find. And we have that. Bunny meat egg. And the next one we're gonna go for, there is one technically, the mini game one, which is we just go back there anyways, but it's another spot. Do that. So we head to the graveyard, and we're gonna get the dragon cage, the dragon egg, whatever it's called. I don't remember. Something like that. So we head up here, and we take a right into this cave. Now the correct way to do it is there's a lantern under the wooden thing here, but you can also do this as well, which I don't think is a great idea. But I mean, hey man, whatever works sometimes, I don't even know. It works. There we go. Dragon's treasure egg. Got that. So now we exit out, and we're gonna go back to the castle. So we're gonna get the lantern, or we can use a teleporter or painting to teleport to the castle. And we're gonna go do, I think it's the first puzzle or mini game egg, whatever you call it. Oh, the karaoke egg. That's right. Now, I'm not gonna have all the answers for the karaoke egg, but it is going to be. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? This teamwork one. So here's the co-op puzzle one. One person gets each one light, and then you just go to stand in the spotlight, and that's it. So you need two other people for this. So one gets purple, one gets a blue, one gets yellow, and the egg just spawns over there in the back. So should be an animation, but it should be just there. You see it right there. The CMYK egg. You can see. Last egg for co-op. Now we go the karaoke egg. So it's not hard to do. You have to finish the lyric or the song of whatever they're singing. You can just search it up if you want. For me, you just search up the lyrics and it should be pretty easy to find. This one's just fine because it's spooky, scary skeleton song. But usually you just gotta just Google the lyric and it'll give you the answer for sure, for sure. I don't have the list of it, but I'm sure it exists out there, but it's not that complicated anyway. So now the next egg we're going to go for is the puzzle egg, or the one of the podium. So the way this one works is very simple to solve. First, get the painting, because why not, for shortcuts. This one's very easy. So I'm sure I think the code is the same for everybody, so you could just skip to the video. But the way this works, there's 5 different podiums, and each podium has a symbol on it, and around the room has the same podiums on it. You just have to match the same symbol. That podium is on the other side of the map with the podium in the front. So podium in the front is the answer. The order of them is the podiums on the other side, on the outer edges of the map. So for example, this was a octagon, and that one is for the middle one. So because it matches the same podium. So I can just change this to the octagon symbol there. So it's very simple. This should be the correct order here. So this is it right there. So that's the symbol. Those are the symbols, and then that is how you get the humble flying Tomegg. Now we're going to go for the next puzzle room in this session here. So, where am I going? So we're going to go past the 4 flames room we just did, the puzzle room. We're past the logs, and we're going to go to the cannon room, and it's going to be another puzzle or mini game egg for this one here. So in the room over here, there is the Simon Says mini game. All right, so this one does have a painting as well, so you can just check the checkpoint if you want to, which I do because why not? It's very useful. And this one here, you click on a book, and then you're gonna pick the one that it's showing. So for me, it's random each time, but you gotta just Simon Says. So for example, it does red, orange, or red, yellow. Then I go, okay, red, yellow, and red, yellow, purple, and you just do that for seven times. So this one's red, yellow, purple, pink, and then you just do that 7 times. So if you mess up, you gotta redo it all. And this at the end gives you the once upon a time egg. And there should give us all of the eggs you can earn, except for the Stoney Creek one, which will go soon. So Stoney Creek Egg is just as I said, it is the mini game egg. You gotta go to the town, the village, and it's where the watermill is. All you gotta do is just stand on this for like 20 seconds. Very simple to do. Very fast, very easy. That gives you the Stoney Creek Egg there. So nothing too difficult on that part, I guess. So you do that. Talk to the NPC, and then you get the Stoney Creek Egg from that. It's very easy, of course. And that right there should be all of the special eggs that you can earn by just running around and stuff. We'll talk about there's the shop one as well. So for this one, you do have to break 1 crystal bone, which will obviously show all of them in the later of the video. But to break them, you have to use a flame and then do that. And then there should be the 1 egg you can buy for 100 coins, basically. So there's that. Then of course you can buy the other one for 10 crystal bones, of course, once we finish that. So you could buy the Curse Nest egg for 100 coins, as always. So with that being said, there is also a chapter 5 egg we can't get. The Pondering Egg of Doom is not possible unless you have chapter 5 or chapter 5 unlocked. But the Crimson Cry Shell, Musical Egg, and the Nightmarish Egg are random drops. So you gotta wait every 5 minutes. Timer on the clock will give you notification in the game. A giant beam of light will be there. If you're in an old server, they might be spawned in already, but you run around the map and just find them. Not hard to do, but they're set spawns, but randomly spawn at the same time. So there is that. So now this is not needed for 100% in the chapter 3, but there is a special egg you can earn, which is called the boiled egg. So near the town, next to the water here, there is a red lantern or red fire. Once you activate it or have it equipped, you can go ahead and now do the follow the path of red footprints, and a bunch of platforms will be spawning in. And this gives you a special egg. It's a pretty long, tedious route. If you mess up one time or you die, you will have to go back to that checkpoint you got earlier, which is good. You just die, and then you can just go to, unless you pick another checkpoint, but you can just go back and just spawn there or just run back there, I guess. Basically. Now this right here is a here is one random egg we got. Nightmarish egg. On the run we're doing. No big deal. Now we keep going, of course. And then gotta go down here. And then make sure you don't mess this jump up, because we're near the end. And you could die. This water is very deadly. I'll tell you this already. Almost died right there. It would have been horrible. Anyways, and you put the red fire at the podium or blue torch over here, and then there is the boiled egg from the boiled one. Basically, that is the special egg for this map. It doesn't count towards your progress, but it is just nice to get anyways for badges. And then lastly, at spawn, if you have chapter 5 tool, you can go ahead and head over here to the mine shaft near spawn. You can dig down, and we have this little annoying challenge here with these ghosts. You gotta just dodge basically until you reach to the end to get the pondering egg, or whatever it's called, pondering egg. I'm not gonna survive this, am I? Alright, it's the end, and then you're good to go for Pondering Egg of Doom. Very nice. Now we're gonna go over the golden eggs. There is 20 in total. We've picked up some of them already around the map by just doing the story, but we'll just go through all that. So everything should be shown. You know, random eggs, random egg, random egg. No, that's the shop egg, random egg, and random egg. But let's go ahead and now go over the golden eggs. Alright, so starting with the very first golden egg is the hologram egg. This requires the yellow fire, which is located over there. If it doesn't work, you have to rejoin the game. It's just some session bugs here and there, but that's pretty much it. So get the yellow fire, and then you see that the egg will become not transparent or hologram anymore. For the first egg, or well, one of the first eggs to get, because we've gotten others from the story line. Now we're gonna head over to the right side of the map. We're gonna get the green fire here. It's a bit buggy if you have another fire on your inventory, so make sure you just unequip it and then re-equip it to remove the fire you have in inventory, to have an empty lantern. And then we'll drop down here, and we're gonna head over to the city to get the facade egg, wherever it's called. And it's gonna be to the left, and another left, and then it's gonna be over here. And then we're gonna go ahead and now head to the mastery over here. So here we have cannon collision. Very easy to do. Just look for the, basically you're just trying to look at the one on the back and make sure that you can get over it. And it's just simple, one easy push for most, but one easy shot. This one here, we have the boat. This one you need the bellows. I will show you guys what you need to do for this. So the bellows, this is a item you get in chapter 4. So if you don't have this yet, that's fine, but this is another golden egg. If your boat keeps getting reset while you use it, you have to rejoin the server. So get the checkpoint over there at the watermill, and then you just go ahead and you know, reset it there and just do the boat again. So after that, we're gonna go back in the city, and we're gonna walk out the city. And I think we're heading over to the graveyard, or no, we're doing the this thing over here, just like weird little light puzzle, nothing too complicated. You could turn all of them to blue. You step on one, it just turns it to the other color, so you can't like click, you can't just keep constantly jumping on it. You have to go to a different platform first in order to change the color. But it isn't that complicated in terms of just go back in the same order, turn a different color. Now we have the cat quest. This one bugged out for me. So if it doesn't let you get the egg like any other thing, you just have to rejoin the game. What I mean by rejoin the game is clicking the top left menu. There's a main menu button. When you press continue, it just resets the server. So you can see how it didn't give me the egg here. But if I went over here, if I click up the menu at the top left here, you can see I can just go ahead and click continue, and it resets the server, basically. And it rejoins a new server or resets your session. It could be the same server, but it should still work for the most part. And we do the same thing. We just put up the cat again, and then talking to the cat lady gave us the egg there. Then from there, we have this behind the house. We have this little log jump area, and there's going to be an egg next to this cannon, basically under the bridge here, like so. And then after that, next to the dock of it, or to the left of the house, we have a little green light. This right here, this tunnel right here, is a little code you can put in as orange, blue, orange. Just lets you just get a painting or a shortcut here, so you can just travel along faster. So orange, blue, orange. You put the input one at a time. So you pick orange, confirm, blue, confirm, orange, confirm, and it'll be an egg in the painting room here. And then we're gonna head back into this area just to unlock the painting. Now here we have the graveyard. The graveyard, hear me out. Well, before that, but I guess, okay, well, you know what? We'll do this, I guess. The Waterfall Whirlwind Mastery. Yeah. I thought we were I thought we were pretty close up here. We're pretty close, but we'll just explain it, I guess, once we get there, I guess. All right. And then now we head over. We need to go, I think, take a left here. There'd be an egg in here as well. The Glowshroom Caves. I think I could have went the other way, but I went this way instead. But sure. Actually, no, I needed this way because I need a lantern. Yeah, I'm wrong. Because you only can do it from there. It's right. That makes sense. And then from here, these doors are closed because they're session based, but you can just jump up this little pole here and jump across above the door, and it should be fine for the most part. So there's that. But I mean, you're better off just going around because you can't really get across unless you make a jump here from left to right. So there isn't really a very good idea doing this, but it kind of sucks for sure. But you do have to just probably just go around or make this jump. It's not impossible, but it's quite the jump. And the same thing here, jump across, yada yada. All right, so now we're in the graveyard. So here's what's happened in the graveyard. They increased the slots of how much people could be in a server. I'm not sure that bugged anything, but each the gravestones, the way it works, it's going to be your graves. When you interact with a gravestone, it tells you who died there, right? And if it says your name, you sit in it, and then you get the golden egg from it. So you got to find the right grave that's your name. But they increase the server size of how much people could be in a server. So I'm not sure if it works well anymore, but I guess we will find out. If anything, if it doesn't work, I'll rejoin the game. Everything, if something doesn't work, rejoin the game fixes it most of the time. So I recommend doing that 80% of the time, I would say. So now we're gonna be heading over to the castle. So we're gonna use the painting. By now, if you did watch the beginning of the video, you should have most paintings unlocked because I went through all of them. Very useful. Oh, we didn't go to the paintings. Well, I guess this is the other way. Yeah, where am I going? Where am I going? I had chopped. This is not the painting area. Oh, you can skip the painting. Never mind. Well, I guess when I was painting. But you know what? I am cooked. Whatever. Anyways, we're in the beginning area. Technically, this painting is the flower painting, which is the door we're about to go into anyways, which is not a big deal. But if you had a painting, you would use it from here and head into here. And we're going to have a path with this lantern here I forgot that path does go to the castle door. I forgot. Completely forgot. Anyways, here we have backtracking the castle. Then we're gonna continue on here. And there should be one in here for the stained glass egg, which is behind this area. So I'm gonna go on the railing here, and then onto the window. And then after that, we have one in this gargoyle room. All right. It's kind of hard to die. They're pretty slow, I ain't gonna lie. And then after that, we're gonna continue on, and there is gonna be the room with the podium puzzle. There's gonna be a mastery under one of these stairs over here. I think it's to the when you enter to the right, right. And this one's gonna be the maze one, I think. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just once you get the purple flames, you gotta go and light up the other areas. And then you can then it opens up the last door or whatever. So you just gotta get to the end, make sure you're lighting up the areas that you need to light every time you walk by one. And also if you do die, you can just go back to that area instead of doing the middle part. So areas that you can that is pretty simple in that sense, I guess you could say. There's the last one here, and then this should be open up, and you will claim the golden egg for this master here. Right, and then after that, we are going to go and progress normally in this area. We have one at the end of this hallway. And then we have to progress this, unfortunately. So you know what to do for this. There is an egg over here, but this should be a freebie. There's no way you can miss this one. I mean, I don't know at this point. So there is the purple flame area. There's going to be a mastery to the right of us under the stairs here. It's going to be the spooky spinners one. So just got to get across this. Not that difficult to show, really. Get to the end. Very simple. And then we're going to go get one more. Well, we head all the way up, I guess, to the purple flame. There was one up here, next to the torch, and then we have one to the where am I egg or where am I egg. So you're gonna slide down the middle, and then you're gonna just go ahead, jump up here, and we have number 29. The where am I egg, and then we're gonna go ahead and let's see here. Complete this area. And we're gonna go now down this area for the golden egg down here, like so. And then there's another one that's up as well. We head up like normal, and instead of going to the left, you go to the up straight and to the right, and we have one there. And then you continue on, and there's gonna be another one, or one for another egg for a bellows, which we'll get there soon. We're gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna light the fire first because we'll go there anyways, I'm pretty sure. So but just for extra prep and time, we head outside here, and there's gonna be a pickaxe part at the last ledge here. And then there's gonna be an egg at the balcony or whatever. Yeah, balcony egg. And then from here, we have another mastery. Very, very easy mastery. Right at the start over here. Oh, the bellows was earlier. I forgot. You know, I mean, I already missed that one. Anyways, you just hold down shifts or roll and go in a straight line. Do not move. Just go in a straight line. Should be good to go. Usually. So there's that. And then, and as mentioned, I forgot the other. What egg is it? Egg golden egg 8. This is the one we need chapter 4 bellows to do this one. Technically you don't need it as well, but it's in this book room, the other egg, and you just gotta just blow the fire out and then climb the wall, yada yada yada. And then get some platforms here. There's an egg. Technically, it's a chance where, I mean, if you own the game, just progress. But technically, you could just jump up here, possibly. by going on the torch and then getting up there. It'll take some luck, but whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, and then lastly, this one I missed in the recording, but there's a mastery in the graveyard under this rock over here where I completely missed. It's the Ghost Gauntlet, which is very easy to do anyways. On this ship, and then that should be all golden eggs, other than the ones I picked up in the beginning of the video of, the freebie ones. Like, you're gonna literally walk into them. You're literally actively avoiding them. You know what I mean? If anything, so that should be all golden eggs there, for the most part. So that should be everything. You can see there the other two that was recorded later, but 8 and 10 is the bellows. The rest I just got all in one go here in this recording. So now we're gonna go over the crystal bones. All right, so this one will be at spawn as always, as a route. There's one under the green fire at the beginning of the map, and then there's also, we have the one at the very beginning to the tutorial for this one. So you have one here, of course, as a start to get the shop open. Then we're gonna head over to the city or the village, and we're gonna have one under, so where the boat is. So you get the fire from there, and then you drop down, and you have the boat right there. So number 3, classic def. Then from here, we're gonna go ahead and head over to another part of the city, which is not that far. It's the left or right side, facing towards this mayor's house, on there. And then after that, we're gonna be going over and heading over to the graveyard, I guess. Pretty sure that's where we're going. And then there's gonna be def. So the bone is on top of this, I guess, rock thing, mountain, hill. To get the fire, the only fire nearby is the green fire over there. So we went to go back and grab this real quick. Kind of forgot that that's where the only good one is. So we go up there and not fail these jumps. All right, next up, I think we're heading towards the castle, and it's not. We're heading over to where the dragon egg was in the cave to the right over here. So there is going to be inside this cave, there will be a bone, I think, like so. There's a bone. And then after that, we're going to be heading over towards the castle entrance. There should be one there. Do this parkour. I'll skip this real quick. So we're at the castle entrance here, as you know. We're going to go ahead and go through this door that we've used many times in this video, because there is a golden egg here and there is a bone in this area. So we're going to take this fire, and we're going to climb on these platforms, and we're going to just jump towards the right side onto this castle wall, and there's one over here, like so. Now we're at 8. Now we're going to go ahead and head inside this building. There's going to be a crystal bone on the, well, I guess we're skipping that one for now. It's the same thing. Oh, I am going way far. There's many other ones back there, but you know, at this point my routing was horrible, it seems. But anyways, we're going here instead. This one's pretty easy to spot because it should be in the main quest area. All right, and then we're gonna head over to the purple fire. So we're up here, as you would know, should know by now. We're gonna slide down the middle, so we don't slide off. Then instead of going to the right for the golden egg, we go to the left for the bone. It should be number 10, like so. We need 5 more. So next ones we'll be going over maybe backtrack. So we're in the room with the book puzzle. You have to get the fire, at least a fire. You can get that one, or you can get the one back here, because I don't think there's a fire in that room, unless the fireplace works in that room. I have no idea. It's been a while. I didn't even check, to be honest with you. I get very lost in this. Guess I'm sure a lot of people do. But the one bone is going to be up there, which is like the most one of the crazier spots. There's still one very similar to this one, but I'll just do it from the very left here and up here. And we have number 11, and then we're gonna go back. And there should be one in the room we just got the white fire from. So we're gonna head back. If I do head back, or I'm going inside here apparently. I am not going. This is a nice bug. If you get this bug, your best bet either to reset or rejoin the game, because it stops your progress in terms of teleporting. It sucks. But we're gonna go ahead and head back to the main room here, the white fire. We're gonna pick it up, and we're going to go ahead and head up over here where the stained glass egg was. But there is still more. You can jump up here, and we're able to go ahead and get this one all the way up here. This one probably took a while for some people, I bet. Then we need 3 more to go, and they all should be progressed. I think I take the painting because I'll reset my server, so all my session puzzles is done. So hopefully you should have this painting, as I've shown in the video, to do it. So we have to go ahead, since the session reset, we have to go ahead and just get this hammer, get the screen fire here, and there will be one to use the cannon. So that you need that one, and then you put the fire down here, and you head back up, and then you get the fire down there to open up the door, so you can progress the next part. But before that, we head up here, the dominoes, and then there will be another bone here. You're gonna go ahead and get the fire from the fireplace. There we go. And then the last one is going to be in the crypts, whatever it's called. And you're going to just, the crappy crypts. You gotta find the fire in the back left of the area, and you're gonna go back, and then this should be the last one, if it is your last one of the last ones, and that should be all 15. And you're gonna buy the food, buy the egg from the shop, and then you are good to go with that.